All right, let's get ready to do this. Starting the week. Markets are at all-time new highs. I've been telling you for quite some time that the last mid October or so, well, actually starting from the end of September, but certainly mid-October onward through the end of the year is the most bullish period of the year. So October, November, December mark the three most powerful months statistically of the year for the averages of the overall market. Now, that's not every year, but it's most years. And the market is certainly experiencing that this year. Now, what does that mean for us as traders? Well, it means that certain trades, a higher percentage of our trades will have flow, can gain distance. And if you recall, the market environment back in August, there was very little flow in trades. There was a lot of choppiness and lack of follow through. We're getting flow, There are some professional traders actually experience the biggest part of their gains for the year during this period of time. So anyway, we want to start off this week good, guys. You got to try to really make Monday good. And what do I mean by that? I think Monday is the conservative trading day. And that most traders approach it incorrectly by making it their most aggressive day because they're eager, they're fresh off the weekend. So you're ready to start here. Boom. They're fresh off the weekend, but you don't want to take the risk of putting a big giant hole in your trading record on the first day of the week that affects the rest of your week. So if there's any day that you start off your trades with one lot, it's Monday. And you want to gradually in the week become more aggressive as you start to put some gains on the board. Remember, if you're in my program and you're at level 1, you only got $600 for the week. If you lose $600, you're finished for the week, right? So you only got $600. And if you experience a maximum loss per day, $300 on Monday, that makes you only have $300 for the rest of the 4 days. You have to trade so conservatively. It affects your week so aggressively. So I'm going to gradually put some gains on the board Monday and Tuesday and gradually move into being a bit more aggressive. As Facebook is weak here this morning, guys. I'm looking at Starbucks this week. For those of you who trade Starbucks, Starbucks is looking weak here this morning. MU looking strong. As if Facebook bounces, I'm going to short that there. I got to wait for it to bounce though, but. MU experiencing a little bit of follow through here. Twitter, drop it to the downside. Facebook. Look for that to bounce a bit here. If here it is. Bounce, baby, bounce. I was going to take the Baba short and I hesitated, guys. I hesitated up here. Would have been a nice play, filling that gap here. $2 gap. I hesitated. Oh, we're getting the bounce of Facebook. Oh, yeah, baby. Get up here, bounce, baby, bounce. As you know, I'm a big halfway guy, right?
Waterfield.
Big.
Waterfield. Waterfield.
Boom. 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 Look at that, baby. Look at that, baby. Look at that, baby. Look at that, baby. Look at that. Look at that. You know it. Come on, don't climb up there yet. Don't climb up there yet. Oh. Played that bad boy perfectly. Ah. Guys, I got that tail perfectly up there. Boom.
Waterfield.
Love it. Come on, fall in there, fall in there. Come on, you can do it. Boom. Boom. Ah, I love this game. I love this game. Oh, done. 7 minutes. Oh, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. I nailed it. Nailed that bad boy. Who did that with me? Nice. 7 minutes. 7 minutos. 2,700. 2,700, guys. 7 minutes. Who did that with me? Anybody do that with me? All right. These babies. Oh. Whew. Nice. Christian, nice. MU similar. Oh, crap to the downside. That's ugly. That's ugly. That's that stop and reverse event, right? If you went long here, zero follow through on your entry bar and a violent removal. You gotta stop and reverse that. Oh, look at the Baba. Oh, I missed this. Oh my God, I missed that. Trading from paradise. Oh. Trading from paradise, guys, paradise. Keep on going down. It went down. Okay. Wow. You missed this one. What are you doing? Talk to me. WDC? Check it out. Yep. Nice little move there for WDC. Nice. I'm going to try to short this Baba here. On a bounce here. Let's see how it bounces. Hesitated on that drop there. Nothing open. Whoa. Facebook short done. Okay. Oh, Baba's trying to bounce here. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Here goes school. Here goes school. Okay, look. Almost 4K here, guys. Almost 4K. Let's do it. Fall right into that. It's too low. It's too low. It's too low. Yeah, it's too low. I couldn't grab all of it. Not bad. There's some extra change there. It's already too low. It doesn't have a lot more velocity left on the downside. I don't know what you're talking about, Anna. What do you mean? Narrow range bar entry? They're your low risk plays, right? Guys, look, all plays fall into big bar plays and little bar plays, right? So all of your plays fall into those two categories. So elephant bars, tail bars, 180s, they're your big bar plays, right? And then your little bar plays are your RBI, GBI, and narrow range bar plays, right? So you got to have both. You know, and if you're getting destroyed by big bar plays with frequent stop outs, then you got to revert to, for a period of time, only playing little bar plays, which are RBIs, GBIs, and narrow range bar plays, right? You guys know what a narrow range bar play is, right? So let's say your 20 is rising, your stop is dropping like this back toward the 20. And let's say you get a little tiny bar and then boom, and stop move above the high of a little bar. That's a narrow range bar play. Your bar is narrow. The range of bar is narrow. You know, always, I love the narrow range bar plays. So there's no choice making. You have two sets of tools: big bar plays and narrow range bar plays. Right. So let's categorize them. You have elephant bar. These are your big bar plays. You got tail bar, tail, right, or coda, right? And you got 180s. These predominantly make up the three main big bar plays. Then you have RBI, GBI, they kind of fall in the same category. You have NRBs, in English anyway, narrow range bar plays. And you should know, how do you perform in each category? Which category produces for you the biggest gains? You see? And what seems to be your specialty, right? You should know that. No, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I mean, you can always try it, but I don't like it. And it's pointing to the double tails here. I don't like it. I don't know how to explain it. I didn't like how it was trading for me down there. I took the money fast, but see. What else is going on, guys? What else are you doing? Oracle? All right. MU, what are you doing with the MU? What is that? Oh, AMD worked nice. Beautiful elephant bar there. Alina, Twitter? Okay, are you in Twitter right now? And you're short? Okay, be careful with that elephant bar there. Be careful with that. Yeah. This elephant bar is your problem right now. That's short. Yeah, that's higher. QCOM. Oh, nice. Okay. Nice whale complete there, huh? Boom. And I told you the story of Meyer, right? You guys remember the story of Meyer? Who remembers the story of Meyer? Who listens to my stories? You guys remember? Yeah. Meyer was this monster trader, guys. Wow. I used to see Meyer make $250,000 in a day, $250,000, $300,000 in a day. It's crazy. Monster trader. Skinny guy. Skinny. Now there's about 300 of us on this floor, one single floor, 300 traders, massive. And Meyer would get up, I guess the firm wanted him to do this. Meyer would get up and do his round. So he would walk, right? And look over your shoulder. And, he wanted to see what you were doing. And the firm wanted him to, I guess, kind of check on the traders, right? So he's like the god of trading. And, you always got a little bit nervous when he was walking toward you, And he'd look over your shoulder and he'd say, Oliver, what are you doing? So, yeah, I got JP Morgan, JPM here. He says, be careful, man, the bank's a week. And then walk away. And every single time Meyer would look over my shoulder, ask me what I'm doing. I tell him what I'm in. Almost every single time. He wouldn't like it. Every time. I'd be long the banks. Be careful, Oliver, the bank's a week. Boom! And the banks would drop. My play would drop like instantly as if it was waiting for Meyer to say it. Boom! Stop. Oliver, what are you doing? Playing Microsoft here. Be careful, Oliver. The tech's a week this morning. Boom! Stop. Damn. It was like I was just freaking doomed. I had the Meyer curse. Here it comes again. Here it comes. That's fine. Oliver, what are you doing? Playing the steels today. Playing the steel companies today. Long the steel companies today. No. I like steels today. But be careful. Keep your stops tight. Boom! Stop. I couldn't understand. Oh, this NVIDIA is crazy here this morning. How could it be that I was just freaking wrong on everything? And especially when this guy came around. That's what I felt like with, who was it? I felt like Meyer. With Alina, I felt like Meyer this morning. Oh, you're short Twitter? Be careful. Self bar's your problem. Boom! Alina, don't worry, it gets better. The stories that you remember, See, I told you I didn't like that, Bob, right? See? Guys, there's certain things I don't know how to teach you, to be honest with you. There's certain things I don't know. It's a field. There is a certain field that you develop, right? And so remember, I was in the short. I got Baba on this bounce here because, we're getting sort of toward that halfway mark. So I usually start a little bit before halfway, right? And then this dropping, I'm like, it just doesn't want to drop like it should be dropping there. So I could feel it struggling to drop. Remember, I had 36, almost 3,700, and I couldn't hold it. So I got 33 instead, right? But just the way it was trading down, I'm like, this thing wants to go up. This is an up play, not a down play. So when Andrew, I think, was mentioning the double tails, I'm like, I don't like it. Felt like Meyer again. Oh, double tails? What are you, short Baba, double tails? I don't like it. Be careful. Oh! Meyer. Yeah. I used to hear Meyer at the close every day. He sat near me, right? Actually in back of me. And I used to hear, he had like 4 phones. Everybody else had 1 phone. He had like 4 phones. And these phones put him in direct contact with what's called $2 brokers on the floor of the various exchanges. So one of the phones he used for the brokers on the floor of the OEX market, I think in Chicago, where he traded the OEX options and stuff. But he would place these huge OEX, it's called OEX. He placed these huge OEX options positions, I guess, to hedge his overnight positions, because sometimes he would hold these big positions into the next day. He'd pick up the phone and 200,000 OEX puts on. Holy wow, huge monster trader. Yeah. The firm that I was at, I eventually, I don't know if you guys remember the story. I became the second. I always tell the story. This is the second most profitable trader in the firm. Well, now you know who was number 1, Meyer. So little kid that would always get stopped out when Meyer would come around. I shot up to number 2, and I decided that it was time to go out on my own. Not trade through a firm anymore. And I remember talking to Meyer right before I left and said, man, I'm curious as to, why haven't you ever thought about just branching out and trading on your own? Like if I'm doing that, and I wonder why Meyer never thought about that. And he's like, no, Oliver, no, man, I'm saying this is home for me because the owners have given me, he told me that, if anything big happens, I'm going to participate in that. Like, meaning like if the firm is sold or something like that he had like a little ownership stake in the firm. And that's why he stayed there for years and years, making millions of dollars for that firm. For himself too, of course, but the firm made millions and millions of dollars off Meyer. And so eventually, guys, that company was bought by that company company I traded with, was featured. This was featured in a very popular book as well, all right? Because we were making history back then. But that firm was bought by one of the biggest banks in Canada, the Royal Bank of Canada, RBC. They bought that firm for, I don't know, like $160 million, right? $160 million. And I remember when I got news of that, I called up the main owner, congratulated him. It's basically kind of gave me my start in the professional trading world, right? And then I found out that they gave Meyer what they thought that he should have out of that 160 million. Anybody want to guess what it was? Out of 160 million, how much did Meyer get? Zero. That's right. Zero. Yeah, zero. That's Wall Street. That's Wall Street. Dedicated his whole trading career, never moved, never left, stayed loyal. Got zero when the big payday came. Many, many, many years after that, I heard Meyer was just doing the same thing, you know? I mean, don't get me wrong, Meyer's a wealthy guy. You understand? It's not about money, though. It's not about money. It's not about him not being okay. Meyer is extraordinarily wealthy. It's just about sometimes your loyalties can be misplaced, you know? You're loyal to the wrong people, basically. Is there one prevalent thing to take care of between the velocity and the size on the same bar, or is it just a mix? I don't know if I understand what you're asking about, but I'm trying to take a guess. You're saying is size versus velocity, is there one more important than the other? Is that what you're asking? Well, if you can have both, I mean, that's really the ideal, right? That's what you call velocity, I call violence. I just think that most people get violence more than velocity. When I say violent, I want that bar to form violently. So yeah, I mean, every elephant bar is not more weight than the non-violent ones. The gradual formation of the elephant bar over 2-minute period is different from the bar that let's say in the latter part of the 2 minutes just powered, violently to close an elephant. That is very different. So if I had to choose, yeah, violence or what you're calling velocity gets higher weight, right? Absolutely. It's more importance is on the way something happens more than the happening. So there's the happening and then the way the thing happens. So the way it happens is more important than the thing itself. Yes. Right. Well, NVIDIA, wow. This is the strongest thing on my chart besides the Twitter. Guys, remember I was saying be careful of the Twitter. This bar is your problem. Take a look. Boom. Crazy. Alina, did you get out of that when I said that? Awesome. Okay. Okay, so Anna, what you're asking, the stock has moved from 29 to here, and you're asking should we buy here or take advantage of this trend by buying RBI way up there? So what do you think my answer is going to be? Right? No. Guys, you got to try to get away from this idea that up is good and down is bad, you know? Too much up is bad. You got to think that way. Now, it's different if you're talking about a power trend, right? This is not a power trend. This is an accelerated run away from everything, away from your 20 period moving average. How far you are from the 20 period moving average now, right? So you've run away from the 20. It's overextended. It's due for a drop, like it's experiencing now, right? So you can't wait for a stock to get away from everything and then think that it's time to buy. Can't do that. Now, if it's hugging the 20 or the 8, so a power trend is more like, NVIDIA is more like a power trend. That's different. Now, if you put the 8 on there, let me see if I can get the 8. Let me show you the 8. I have it on my little chart, right? So you see how this is following the 8. That's different. That's not getting away from anything. That's riding the trend. That's very different. You see? But Twitter is not that, you know, as much. That's pulled far away from its 20. Now, I'm going to leave you with this. Some of you may want to incorporate the 2 color rule stop, right? So I'm going to cover that, and then I'm going to go. But I do have Kickstart study session at 11 today, so I'll be back, right? So we'll be back for study session at 11 today. But the 2-color rule is this. Let's say, for instance, you are short Twitter. Okay? Now, your color when you're short is red. Your desired color is red, right? So when the 2-color stop rule says this, when your color gets removed twice, your trade is in trouble. Get out. So look, here's red here, and your color green removes your color once. Here's red again, and green removes your color a second time. 1, 2, out. Because most of the time, when your trade is healthy, your color does not get removed more than once, right? So let me give you an example of that. Let's take Starbucks. So your color, look, here's red, and green removes your color once. Okay, but then red happens again. All right, red. Now look, red, green removes the color again. Oh, but not another one. Now you get red again. Now red. Now red has been removed once. If you get another red and it gets removed twice, then your trade is over. Right? So usually when the trend is healthy, the opposite color does not get the desired color that matches your trend does not get removed twice. And so some traders utilize the 2-color stop rule. Now that's not for everyone. You have to figure out whether you want to use that or not, or just keep your regular stop in place. Yeah, Alina used that on Twitter. Yeah, that's the one she used on Twitter, the 2-color stop rule. Now you can always find out your truth, right, as a trader. The way you find out your personal truth as a trader, which could be different from another trader's truth, is you test it out 20 times. You want to know what the 2-color stop rule is for you? Do it 20 times and then review. Did you fare better by doing the 2-color stop rule, or would you have fared better by not doing it? So if you applied the 2-color stop rule, stopped out, and then you would have made more money on the play. If you didn't use it, you have to mark that down. 2-color stop rule, X, meaning it gave me an X this time. Oh, this time it gave me a check mark. It served me. Boom, check. Another time it served me again, check. Another time, boom, it didn't serve me. Well, X. And then at the end of 20, how many check marks where it served you versus X's where it hurt you? And whichever side wins. Now, if it's kind of equal, then you can just keep doing it. I mean, you want it to be glaringly different. Like, wow, this thing served me 15 times out of 20 times. It's clearly for me. Like, it has to be dominant. Yeah, see, Starbucks is taking out two reds, right? Boom. Boom. All right, guys, that's a 2-color stop rule. Okay. Good trading session here today, guys. I can make a claim of knowledge panel. I'll try to take a look at that. Anna, thank you. All right, guys, so I will see you at 11 for a study session, okay?